slide, okay, we will continue on the financial institution and also the financial market. Now you are looking it from the bird's eye view, okay, or you are looking from the helicopter view. You are looking at the economic system as a whole, right? So firms that require funds from external sources can always obtain sources of funds in three ways. One is from the financial institution, which is from borrowing from banks. Second is from the financial markets, whereby you get funds from the public by issuing shares or bonds. And thirdly, from private placement, which is being done by several agencies such as EPF, Tabung Haji, okay, PNB, Pemuda Nasional Berhad, Pemuda Usahawan Nasional Berhad, and a lot more. Okay, these companies or this organization will private their funds to specific companies, okay, not to the public. Okay, they will private the funds to specific companies, the companies that they have selected. Okay, for example, EPF only invest the money, your money, right, okay, to a specific company which are being selected by certain conditions. Okay, the next slide. Financial institutions, okay, are actually intermediaries. Okay, what are intermediaries? It's somebody who are trying to facilitate exchange, right? To facilitate the exchange or facilitate movement, right? Intermediaries, okay? That channel the savings of individuals, businesses and governments into loans or investment. Okay, if you notice that, I am sure that every one of you is 100%, 110% confirmed that every one of you have a bank account, or maybe bank accounts, a lot of accounts. Say, like for example, you have your BSN, the 5 ringgit account, right? And then your BCB 10 ringgit. Okay, Afin Bank, you have a lot of accounts lah. Afin Bank, a lot of transactions because your sponsor send it to Afin Bank, maybe like that, right? But you have a lot of accounts, right? So basically, what you do is that your savings is being deposited in the bank. Okay, the savings. Those money, okay, will be channeled to the businesses, to the other organizations, or to governments as loans or investments. The bank actually does not have money. Right? Bank doesn't have money. You think the bank is rich? You are the person who are rich, right? You can save. Right? If, let's say, you all take out your deposit, what do you think will happen to the bank? The bank will face a run out. A run out means that no money. Okay? No money, cannot pay you also. Okay? Run out, we call it run out. Right? Okay. So basically, we are the net suppliers. We are the suppliers of money. And the government, the businesses, and other organizations who acquire the money as loans or in terms of investment, they are called the net demanders. Because they demand the money. We supply the money. You want money? I supply it to you, but through a financial intermediaries. Okay? Through banks. Now let's go to the next slide. These are some of the examples of the financial institutions or major intermediaries in the financial systems. Okay, basically, there are 5 categories. We have depository institutions, which consist of normal banks, commercial banks, for example, Bank Islam, BCB, Maybank, BSN, Afin Bank, Hong Leong Bank, many more. Right? This is a commercial bank. Right? So you can deposit your money there. We have also saving bank. This is also the same. And credit union bank. Okay? Basically, credit union bank is not popular here. Okay? And then we have also finance companies. Okay, finance companies are sales finance companies, consumer finance, commercial finance. Okay, normally finance companies, if you want to buy a car, you go to a finance company. Normally in Malaysia, we have, for example, if you look at Maybank, you have Maybank, you have Maybank Finance. Okay, because it is under one Maybank holding. Okay, but the function of Maybank Finance and Maybank is different. Maybank is commercial bank, Maybank Finance is a finance company. Okay, and then they are under Maybank holding. It's also the same for Afin. We have Afin Bank, we have Afin Finance. Okay, okay. After that, we look at the contractual savings institution. This is different in nature, such as the life insurance companies, private pension funds, government retirement funds. Okay. For example, if you look at the insurance companies, we have M&I, Takaful, we have Takaful Malaysia, we have what? MAA, Great Eastern, a lot more, right? So you can list out thousands of them, maybe not thousands, okay, if you are listing out the overseas insurance companies, it might go to thousands, maybe thousands of insurance companies, right? Then we also have investment institutions, okay, such as investment companies, mutual funds, real estate investment trust, money market funds, and etc. Okay, this is more toward investment, investing. For example, real estate companies. Okay, so they are investing in real estate. Okay, this is different. And then lastly is the selected securities market institution, which consists of the mortgage banking companies, investment bankers, brokerage firms, organized securities market, credit reporting organization, and also government credit related agencies. Okay, the popular one is the depository institution, finance company, and contractual saving institution. These are the popular ones. Whereas the two other institutions are more popular towards the investment side. Okay? More towards the investment side. In the banking system, these three are common. Okay, this is the diagram for the relationship between financial institution and financial market. Just now I have mentioned about the financial institution. Okay, before I go into the financial market, I will discuss with you on the relationship between the financial institution and the financial market, how they operate in the economic system. Okay, so financial institution, we are the suppliers. We deposit our funds. Okay, and then they will give us deposit slips, or maybe a bank statement, or maybe an account book. Okay, so they give us that, showing that you have deposited with the bank for certain amount of money. Then the money will be given out to the businesses, the demanders of funds, the government, as loans. Okay, as loans. Okay, so they will be the borrower. This will be the depositor. Right? So this is the flow of the funds, okay, in the financial institution. Now, taking the same suppliers of funds, taking the same demanders of funds, some of the suppliers of funds, rather than investing here, or maybe because they have so much money, they want to invest in the financial market. So what they do is that they will buy shares. Okay? They will buy shares, or they will buy the money market. Okay? In the stock exchange. Okay? The money being funded, being channeled here, will be given to the demanders of funds, which are the companies, corporation, or the government. Okay? In return, they will issue securities back to the financial market, and then the securities will be handed to the supply to us. So what we get is just a certificate of share, okay, stating that we are holding certain number of shares in this company. And nowadays, the certificate also does not exist anymore. Only the accounts exist. Okay, the accounts exist because we have already digitalized the system. And lastly, we have the private placement in the middle of the system. Okay, private placement, as I mentioned before, okay, ETF, such as ETF, such as Tabung Haji, okay, such as the PUND, PMS, and all other institutions, right? So they will select some companies, and then they will place the fund to the companies. Okay, mostly basically ETF, the money comes from the employees, okay, and the employer. So we are the provider of the money, the funds. Okay, now let's go to the next slide. Okay, as I have promised before, I will discuss about the financial market. Okay, financial market provide a forum, okay, in which, why we call forum not market? Because market is to do, forum is a better word. Okay, because market is just like the central market or maybe the pasar. Okay? But we use forum instead of market, in which the suppliers of fund and demanders of fund can transact business directly. Okay, basically, if I want to buy the share of telecom, I don't have to go to telecom and say, I want to buy your share, please give me your shares, I want to buy your share. What I have to do is that I have to go to call my advisor, to call my broker, say that I want to buy the telecom share. And then they will buy, the exchange will be done in the stock exchange, right? The exchange market. So I don't have to go directly to telecom. What if I want to buy telecom share, I want to buy KME share, I want to buy Wingjet share, Arfin share. So I have to go a lot of places, right? So rather than going to the specific places to buy the shares, I have just to call my advisor, then say that I want to buy this, and the exchange will be done in the stock market. Okay, so it is a forum whereby supplier of funds and the demanders of funds can transact with business directly. Okay, the two key financial markets are the money market and the capital market. Money market deal with short-term marketable securities, while the capital market deals with the long-term securities. Basically, in theoretical, capital market should be long-term in nature. But practical, some of the players in the market play it for only short-term. Okay, they want to make profit instantaneously from the increase of share prices. Okay, yeah, we call it speculators, right? Now, the financial market, which are divided into money market and capital market, could be illustrated as follows, right? Money market instrument will be the treasury bill, the negotiable CDs, bankers' acceptance, federal funds, commercial papers, and the purchase agreements. Okay, this one we will discuss further detail during this semester. Okay? Don't worry, be happy. Okay, you don't have to be worried. We will discuss again, and sometimes you can send email. Okay, if you really want me to explain on this. But if I want to explain on each and every one of these, 2 hours won't be sufficient. Okay, and the capital market instruments are the treasury notes and bonds, government agency bonds, state and local government bonds. Normally it is bond, and also corporate stocks. Okay, basically we public could only buy corporate stocks. Okay, normally because looking at our capability, looking at our income, I think we can only buy the stock, not the bond. Bond, sometimes the bond, the price of the bond are expensive. Okay, stock we can buy $1 shares, $2 shares, maybe 10 million shares. Okay, so we can buy the stock. Okay. So many public players play in the stock market exchange. Now financial market also, I will discuss about the euro currency market. Euro currency market is the international money market based in London. Okay. Short-term deposits are denominated in US dollar and it is called euro dollar. Okay. And now in the world, in Europe, they are not using their respective currency anymore. What they are using now is euro. Okay, they are using euro currency. Okay, every countries in the European Union use euro except for Great Britain. Okay, Great Britain doesn't want to use euro because their British pound is actually have higher in value. Okay, one of the things, and also because of some political reasons. Okay, because they think that they are actually have a higher reputation than the European communities. Okay. Now, the second one is this deposit can be lent by banks, corporation, or government at LIBOR rate. Okay, which is also called London Interbank Offered Rate. Okay, the base rate used for all euro currency loans. Okay, for Malaysia, we use LIBOR. Okay, we add K in front of LIBOR, which stands for Kuala Lumpur Interbank Offered Rate. Okay, LIBOR. Okay, don't worry, be happy. You just have to know that this is what is LIBOR, what is LIBOR. Don't worry. Okay, and then we will discuss about the capital market, where the stock and bonds are traded through members of securities exchanges. Okay, so this is the capital market. You can get your capital from here. If you are a company, okay, if you are a financial manager in a company and you want to acquire capital, so what you do is that you will go to the capital market and issue new shares. That shares will become your capital because it falls under equity, right? So equity is your capital. Okay. Okay. Example of the securities exchange, okay, are the New York Stock Exchange, or for the local market we use KLSE or Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange. Okay. So you can always go to the KLSE website, which is www.klse.com.my. Okay, I've already noted it down in the cross line, but please put www. I miss out the www. The World Wrestling Federation. Okay. All right. Now, let's continue on the debt and equity financing. Okay, if you look at bond is actually debt financing. It's different from stock financing. Okay, because stock is actually capital or equity financing. Why do somebody want to issue bond instead of share? Why do you think? Why do you think that people want to issue bonds instead of shares? Yes? The returns are much higher. Okay, bonds we actually have to pay. Okay? We have to pay. Okay, one of the reasons is that when you issue shares, actually you are offering other people to become the owner to the company, right? Okay. Let's say we are the stockholders here, and we are facing financial distress. We want to get more money to make to invest in certain operation, certain business. But we don't want to offer our shares to other people. So what we do is that we offer bonds. Bond is a saying that It's in a layman term, it says that whoever wants to lend me some money, whoever wants to lend us some money, okay, we will give you the bond, we will pay you within a specific time of period, a specific time, plus the interest or profit, depending on the system we are using. Okay, so it is not the shares, it's not like the shares. It is more like borrowing from banks. But instead of bank, we borrow